Welcome to the programme, Mark. 48 hours seems incredibly fast, but the Ukrainians seem to disagree with the Americans.
Yes, I mean, I think the Americans are reaching this 48-hour conclusion as the analysis is telling them that the forces that are being massed by Vladimir Putin will be in a position to launch an invasion if that's what they want to do. Clearly, for weeks, months now, they have been getting into position with not just ground forces, but naval assets in Crimea, the Air Force as well. They say that, the Americans, that is, that their intelligence tells them that by Wednesday they will have reached that point where they could do this. I don't think they're saying Wednesday it's going to happen, but it could happen by that date. Either way, I mean, it is of great concern, and we are in really a pivotal week where there are now intense efforts. I mean, there's been quite a bit of diplomacy in recent weeks, as you know, but it's really been stepped up now this week with a view just to trying to bring Russia back from the brink. Of course, Russia, we should add, has maintained throughout that it has no intention of launching any kind of invasion, that this is all propaganda coming from the West.
We will be talking to someone on the ground in Russia a bit later in this programme, but just for now, let's have a few seconds on what the British are doing. The Foreign Secretary, the Defence Secretary, they've both been to Russia. We're hearing that Boris will try and talk to Putin later this week as well. What more is British foreign policy trying to do? Yeah,
you're right to point out the diplomacy. Last week was a key week for the UK. You had Liz Truss there. Didn't go all that well. I think her opposite number, Sergei Lavrov, that very experienced foreign minister in Russia, seemed to humiliate Liz Truss. It went better for Ben Wallace, the Defence Secretary, when he was there the next again day. The Prime Minister, of course, was in Poland, trying to reassure NATO allies that they have, of course, Britain's backing. There are more troops that are heading to the region, both Poland and Estonia, with an additional fleet of 6 Typhoon fighter aircraft going to the region as well. Naval assets are going into the eastern Mediterranean, and also HMS Prince of Wales, our supercarrier, which is part of the NATO strike battle group at the moment. It's heading up off Norway. So a lot of assets heading up there to send this message that with the diplomacy is also an assertive UK that is more than willing to defend its NATO allies.
Supercarriers and battle groups. Well,